Hello, my fellow flawless, limitless, sexy, sassy, saucy HBICs. How are you on this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening? It is a dull, gloomy morning, and this is not one of my typical videos. Today is a video that I feel really strongly about, hence the recording of it and putting it up, that this is a message for a few specific individuals, as well as the manifestation community. Before I begin, let me just say that I am in the full awareness, so therefore it is something I experience and I see, that yes, there are unscrupulous people in this community. I agree, that is a thing, and it sucks. And it's still in my awareness, so I still see it, but that is a choice that we all as a collective could start deciding that there are not unscrupulous people in the manifestation community, if you feel like it, right? However, I do on my channel go out of my way to say on the regular that coaching with someone is not needed. Especially on my channel, there are hundreds, I think I'm close to, if not over 800 videos of content that is easily telling you how to manifest your life or your whatever your specific desire is. So I know I've said it well over 100 or more times. It has to be, including live streams, right? You don't need coaching. You don't need to buy anything. You don't need to spend a dime or penny on manifestation coaching, manifestation channel memberships, manifestation anything. You don't need to spend any money. I can't say that enough. But if you choose to, if you purchase coaching, if you join a channel membership, the responsibility to manifest is still yours and yours alone. Okay? Because I think some of you get that confused. And the inspiration for this video is from someone leaving over 100 plus comments on my channel. Any more, you will be blocked. I'm not normally someone that's going to make a whole video about someone's negative comments. I am very grateful and feel very lucky. I don't necessarily get a lot on my channel. Totally grateful for it. But this one has me so annoyed, and it is because your comments are coming from such a outrageous victim state. When you attempt to drag other people down with you, that's where I get annoyed, because you're trying to rain on someone else's parade who maybe already be in some semblance of a victim state and doesn't need your negativity to drag them down further. Because I don't think anyone should give up on their absolute desires. If you really, really want to experience something, I want you to get it. I want you to be successful. That's my heart's desire. And I also believe, though, that doth protest too much is a thing. So this video isn't to defend me. This video is really not to defend anybody, but to keep it real. So like I started the video, I said, yes, there are unscrupulous manifestation coaches. Sure. But there's unscrupulous people in any community of life, because that's my belief, that there will always be someone who's a shithead. Okay? What you believe in your world is completely up to you, but that is my belief. There's always going to be at least one asshole. Okay, so I also know that there are a nice group of manifestation coaches who are not unscrupulous, who are here, just like me, to share this beautiful thing that you can, holy shit, I can just start identifying as a different version of myself. And this 3D reality will move me to that desire, whatever it is. To me, I think that's amazing. It feels magical. It's so exciting to me. And there are other coaches who think just like me, that it's amazing. You can have whatever you want. You really can. be, do, and have whatever you want. But all of that is completely connected to who you, the individual you believe you are. Period. Who you believe you are. And if you believe that manifesting a specific person for a certain amount of time is too long, you don't know how it's going to unfold. You don't know what the unfolding is going to look like. But if you're judging your 3D relentlessly, you're going to have experiences that match that marinating in it's not working. You know, I've been doing this too long. I'm wasting my life doing this. So don't manifest that person. No one is holding a gun to your head, making you manifest certain people. It's an option. All of your desires are options. All, including who you manifest. But because you haven't been successful with it, doesn't mean no one else can. Okay? Again, I don't normally get specific or call specific people out. I am calling you out. It's because you took the time to also put other people's names, other channels' names in your comment that I am going to delete, just so you know. But you told me that I have not left that many comments. I'm going to insert a screenshot right now. Okay, I figured since you've left over 100 plus comments that you don't care about keeping yourself private. So I'm assuming, again, over 100 plus comments, you're okay with your channel name getting out there. Here's a screenshot. I don't think you're aware that I just have to click on your username or your little circle that has your channel picture in it, that if you click that, it will tell me how many comments you've left across my channel. It will then also let me know what videos and what comment. Here's a quick screenshot of your username, 100 plus. Obviously, one out of those 100 had been a nice comment because you got a heart from me on one. But the rest have been negative, hateful, judgmental, and just because I put myself on YouTube doesn't mean I have to accept mean, hateful, harassing comments. Again, I'm aware. I'm putting myself in public. I realize that there is a possibility that I might have someone show up who doesn't like me, doesn't like my personality, don't like what I'm talking about, you know, could be having a bad day and are pissed off because I don't have makeup on or I don't do my hair or I'm in my pajamas. I get it. I'm choosing to put myself out there. So there's always that open door, because that's my belief. If you're going to make yourself public and put yourself on a platform, expect to have people not like you. That is not the issue. I don't care about that. Clearly, I'm on multiple platforms and I don't like everybody. So I know not everyone will like me, but that doesn't mean you get to be harassing and abusive towards me. I do get to stand up for myself, and I don't care if I'm manifesting it. That's another thing that I've taught on my channel, and I've said in countless videos. Just because we're manifesting doesn't mean we have to be a doormat and tolerate things we don't like. What I don't like is you trying to bring other people down with you. That's what I don't like. And I don't like hateful comments, period. And I don't like that you've put other coaches' names in your comments, and I'm deleting them all. They won't be on the channel anymore. But I think you need a rude awakening, as well as unscrupulous coaches. You also need a rude awakening. You are tarnishing manifestation. You are making it. Let me say it like this. It's already hard to believe that you can manifest whatever you want. That's already a tough concept to trust if you've had enough experiences in life where you've experienced the opposite of that. You've already got that mountain to get over while manifesting, consciously manifesting. When there are unfavorable people hopping onto the manifestation train, I do think it sucks. because if you are someone that encounters a shitty channel or a shitty coach, I can totally understand why that would make you question whether this is true or not. Hence, like I said, this is a multi-comment response. To the next person that responded to Mr. or Mrs. Limitless 12345, there was one comment that was left that I'm going to answer you in this video as well. However, I get it. When there's someone unfavorable in the community, it rocks or shocks you into thinking, oh my God, have I been a fool for believing in manifestation? I'm so stupid, or anything like that. So I want to read this comment first. This is the one, this comment though, I don't take as hateful or negative. This is a genuine question. I want to read it and answer it. If you have the time, a response to my above comment would be so greatly appreciated, and maybe it would help Limitless. The last conversation I had with my coach, he just told me it's always your choice to keep persisting or move on. My issue is I wholeheartedly believed this stuff, and I don't resonate with that response. That would be like a priest or nun finding out that there is no heaven or God at the end of their life journey. I'm not seeing that connection with you. I don't see how that makes sense, but whatever. Years wasted. I know this stuff is similar in that it's up to you to decide, but I left my religious upbringing. I left my therapist. I even left certain friends and went all in on these teachings because I thought the proof was in the pudding. But it seems like I'm seeing more and more people not get their success stories, and the money coaches are manifesting is through their manifesting business. It saddens me to have to scrap it all. I knew this would work for me, and there's no reason I wouldn't have my SP by now. I don't believe my bridge is still unfolding even years later, even if we don't know the how. I resonate with instant, and that's it. Okay. You asked me to answer, first of all, also a comment that is above. That was your words. I don't see any other comments from you except for this one. So I don't know where you've left your other comment. I am willing to answer anything from you because you still kept yourself respectful. I don't see any other comments, okay? But I am going to respond to the one you left because this is going to carry over. First and foremost, what that coach said to you, it's always your choice to keep persisting or move on. That coach wasn't wrong. The coach was, that is not an incorrect message. It's the same message of, I don't care what you're manifesting. I also don't care if you give up on what you're manifesting and move on to other waters. I understand what you're saying, that you don't resonate with that message, but what didn't you resonate with? It wasn't a judgment in either direction. The coach wasn't telling you to give up. That coach wasn't telling you you must persist. That coach was saying you have to make the choice. And you brought up religion, like priests and nuns. It's a choice to believe in God. It's a choice to believe in universe. It's a choice to believe in a specific religion. Even if you were raised in a particular religion, it's always a choice. You leaving your therapist is not your manifestation coach's fault. You making life changes to go all in manifestation is your choice. It's your choice. Now, what I want to relate to you is, I understand that thinking, and that's why I'm answering you. I understand that thinking. When I manifested my first breakup, my second breakup with SP, that is the first place my mind went to is, I don't get this. I went all in. I gave up all my previous beliefs on other things, like, but by then I'd already given up on Catholicism, but I'm saying other beliefs. I already gave up on these things. And I believed that I could manifest this person. So how is this in my 3D? I so resonate with you. I know how that feels. I was there too. But I had to come to a decision too. Give up or persist. And for a day or two, not even a full day, I was thinking of giving up. Clearly I didn't. But no one could force me into that decision. Only I could make it. This is a journey of self. I understand that because manifestation could feel so risky, right? To believe you can just have whatever you want and it's just going to come out of nowhere. I understand that. But it's risky. It is risky. Everything in life is risky. Every decision you make. And you remind me of someone that needs to see proof or needs to make sure you're safe if you step out of your normal way of thinking. I get it. I was that person too. I like to feel secure. I like to feel safe. And I can say, like, with spending money, I am someone that when I started this journey, I wanted to spend money, but I knew I couldn't because I didn't have a lot of it. So I always had to make sure there was enough left if I was going to spend, right? So I know that mentality. I'm relating it to what I think you're thinking right now. No one can give you safety and security in manifestation outside of yourself. No one can give you your manifestation outside of yourself. No one can give you anything in the manifestation world except for yourself. And truthfully, I get it. Through conditioning, you weren't aware that your whole life was really that. But you were unconsciously manifesting your entire existence. And it was because of no one but yourself. Granted, I try to make it really clear on my channel. This isn't about victim shaming or blaming ourselves for shit that's manifested. It's becoming aware of how our beliefs have shaped our world. But you manifesting or seeing comments everywhere of people not getting their manifestation is a clear indicator, especially if you're seeing it all over, terribly all over. Those are BBLs to you. That's your reflection being projected back. So if you're fearing that you've wasted your time manifesting, and now you're seeing the evidence of other people who have said they've wasted their time, it didn't work for them, blah, blah, blah. That is a reflection of your own state of consciousness. Everything you're experiencing is a reflection of your state of who you believe you are. That's why you're seeing the comments. Editing Kim here. Just want to say, I don't mean if you see just some random complaining comments that someone's not getting what they want, that automatically means you're in a bad state of consciousness. Well, not if you have a belief that there are some people who struggle manifesting, then that could be why you see a negative comment. But if you are like this person was, claiming to justify their reasoning that manifesting a specific person is a terrible thing, if you are in that state of consciousness believing that, and then you are now seeing comments of people saying that they didn't manifest their person, it didn't work for them, that's a reflection of your own state of consciousness because of your own belief. It is not me saying that you, HBIC, seeing someone in the comments having a hard time struggling with their manifestation, that doesn't mean that it's because you must then struggle with your manifestation. No. I think we all have some semblance of a similar belief that there are people that struggle and there are people that don't. There are people that have their light bulb moment where it finally clicks, and there are people who don't and then go balls to the walls with negativity in the comments. See what I'm saying? Okay. See, if you notice in the beginning of the video, I said I don't necessarily see a lot of negative comments. I don't see a lot of them. But I know I have a belief that there's always going to be at least one asshole in anywhere in life, anywhere, whether it's your workplace, family members, friendships, out shopping, there's always going to be an asshole, one at least. So I don't see a lot of negative comments, but I might see at least one at some point along my journey. And I did. Not yours. It's not what I'm referring to. Do you see what I mean? So my 3D is a reflection of me, of what state I'm in. I don't see a lot of them. And I don't. You're only ever experiencing who you believe you are. Period. But who you believe you are is not the responsibility of anybody but yourself. Ever. Ever. You make mention of manifesting coaches, and I'm assuming you're saying that maybe you saw a manifestation coach saying that they manifested money, and you're equating it to, well, yeah, they're getting money from manifestation coaching. Why does that mean they didn't manifest it? Why does that mean that to you? Oh, but for the record, I don't think you've been watching me very long, because if you're implying that was me, then you have not watched most of my content, because I have made it very clear and do have receipts. My money, my lump sum, big money manifestation came before I was coaching. It had nothing to do with manifesting coaching. No connection whatsoever to that. Okay? Just saying. However, would you go up to a personal trainer who is getting paid to personal train and be upset with them for making an income on that? What do you care where the money comes from? So there's coaching in every category of life. So a manifestation coach can't get paid for their time? You see that as that's not them manifesting real money? That doesn't count as money? That doesn't count as income? That doesn't count as a career? No, that's your belief. That's your opinion. Even priests and nuns get paid. They make money from something. Are they wrong for that? I don't think so. We live, at least from my perspective, we live in a 3D world where money is how we get about life and pay our bills and have electricity and have roofs over our heads and have food. Unless we grow our own, of course. But you still need to have land to grow. You need a place to grow. You see what I'm saying? That comment in itself tells me, and maybe you'll see it now that I'm saying it back to you, you are in a victim state. You are limiting yourself. You are saying that manifestation can only unfold in one way for it to be a true manifestation. You don't control the how. You're probably restricting your own manifestation and not being aware of it. Truthfully. I don't understand how, and in fairness, you're not the first person to ask me a similar question. Let's say someone's manifesting their cancer away. Say they have cancer and they want to manifest their cancer away. They can still go to the doctor and get medication, get tests done, and still identify it as the version of them that is cancer-free. Why can't 3D circumstances be a part of their unfolding? Why can't going to the doctor be a part of that? Why are you limiting yourself that if it's not out of thin air poof, it doesn't equal manifestation? I do think some of you are stuck in that mindset, and that's why you're not manifesting, or it's probably seemingly taking much longer than you think. You mentioned that you only resonate with instant manifestation. That's not true. That's not true. Or everything would manifest, poof, instantly for you. There's still a fear somewhere that this is taking too long. There's still a fear there. And it's being reflected. Listen, I believe in instant manifestation, but I'm also in the awareness of I don't restrict my 3D. I don't concern myself with the 3D from the place of I give everything the meaning that it is unfolding. I have nothing to worry about. Every single thing is taking me to this video is still taking me to my end, whatever I'm currently manifesting. I look at my 3D that way. I suggest you do too. Open up the flow in your world. I'm sorry, but the moment you look at your 3D and decide it's not working, it hasn't worked, it's taking too long, I'm wasting my years away, I'm only getting older, Everything depends on this one manifestation. You are in a state of not having. Always. No exceptions. I know that's harsh, but it is truth. The sooner you come to terms with that, by the way, you can decide to be the version of yourself that clearly sees what state you're in, so it gets a little easier for you. I suggest you come to terms with that if you really want what you want. I suggest this for everyone, if you are basing your manifestation journey based off of comments from fucking strangers, from coaches and videos, if you are basing your entire experience, your journey, your belief based off of another person outside of you, you are not going to have a great time. You're not going to have a good time. Coaching videos, and I can only speak from myself, and I'm sure I'm speaking for the coaches I deem as good coaches, because it's my opinion. Coaching videos are fucking free. They're free. There is never, in my videos, a clause that I'm not going to tell you all the information on how to manifest. You'll have to join my channel membership for me to do that. You'll have to buy coaching from me in order for me to tell you the secrets. I don't make any content like that. I tell you the truth. I tell you the truth from my own personal experience, my journey. It doesn't mean that your journey will look like mine. And it is a journey. I know some of us don't like that word, but it is a journey. It's a journey of self-evolvement, rising in consciousness, expanding your awareness. Now, I'm sorry you're in a tough state right now. I've been there. I was Mrs. Victim State for a very long time. I had to get myself out of it to realize I was even there, to see how victim-y I was. Victim states suck because they're so deceiving. And again, your comment wasn't rude. It was just explaining how you're feeling. Again, no issues on that. Who told you you have to scrap what you're manifesting? Who said that? Because the coach said to you, keep persisting or move on. The coach was right. I'm sorry, the coach was right. It's not a coach's decision what you are manifesting and whether you stick to it or not. A coach is just a coach. A coach is a coach. Do you understand what the word coach is? It's someone to get their expertise from experience, from their knowledge, to be your personal cheerleader, to keep you motivated because you're choosing to stay on that trajectory. When someone in the 3D world, notice I said 3D world, not necessarily manifesting world, in the 3D world wants to lose weight and buff up their body, the opportunity to hire a personal trainer, aka coach, or a dieting coach is an option. But the personal trainer and the dieting coach, I know there's a more fancier name for a dieting coach, I just can't remember what it is. It isn't to force you to keep going if you adamantly don't want to. It's no different. They are the same. And for the person that was really rude, limitless, you're not limitless. Sorry. You're not. You're limited. You're limited and you're blinded by your own victim state. Because you have not manifested your desire, because it has not worked for you, does not mean you get to decide that this is a toxic or unscrupulous community. Because you're watching the content. You're taking it in. You're leaving over 100 plus comments on my channel. I can't imagine what you're leaving on other channels. You can't tell someone what they can believe in or not believe in. If you suddenly disagree with manifestation, then stop taking the content in and move on with your life. And good luck going back to a life in the 3D, because I'm going to tell you right now, deep inside, and that's why you're watching content, deep inside, you do believe it because you have seen evidence that it's real. But you've got to get out of your victim state to see a clearer picture because you're blinded by it. But this honestly is no different than any other coaching enterprise, coaching business coaching, physical body coaching. It's no different. There are advisors to almost every area and category of life. But it's not the coach, it's not the advisor that can force you to do what you need to do to get what you want. They're there as a cheerleader. I'm your cheerleader, not yours in particular. But if you come to me for coaching, yes, that's who I am to you. I am your personal judge machine. That's who I am. And I will call you out if you're in a victim state and being limited. Yes, if you come to me and pay me for that coaching, I will be that for you. But that's all I am for you. I can't make you do it. I can't make you do anything. No coach can. Manifesting is individual, just like physical training. It's individual. Really, everything in life is individual. Community is to have like-minded people with you, so you can bounce stuff off of when you need a zhuzh. Let me just give you the truth here about manifestation. No one can tell you when your manifestation will show up. No one can. No one can tell you what your unfolding or bridge of incidents will look like to your manifestation. No one can tell you when something's going to instantly manifest. No one can tell you that. No one can tell you anything specific about your journey except for yourself. And only thing you can tell yourself is who you are. Outside of that, the unfolding may look a million different ways. This is an individual journey, and it's nothing but that. Period. If you are married to watching comments and deciding whether to continue doing something or not continue doing something based off somebody else's comment, that in itself is screaming victim state. Is it encouraging to see it didn't work for me? No. Logically and literally, I can see why that would instantly incite the thought, oh my God, what if it doesn't work for me too? What if it doesn't work for me? What if this doesn't work? Logically and literally, I think doubtful thoughts are normal. They're normal to have. That's why I don't fear thoughts. You shouldn't fear your thoughts either. No one can tell you what's the right technique to do either. You need to find the one that resonates with you. I can't say this enough. This is a an individual self journey. I can share my experiences. I can share what's worked for me. But I can't tell you when or how your manifestation will come. No one can. I'm going to really like what's worked for me, and I'm going to talk about it because it worked. I got what I wanted. I have my proof. That doesn't mean that the way I do it has to be the way you do it. Taking in content is for cheerleading, helping, pushing, inspiring, encouraging. But you or anyone losing your shit in a coach's comments because you don't like something they said, you can share your different opinion without being rude and disrespectful. I have no issue with that. I have an issue when you become disrespectful. And I definitely have an issue when you are attacking other people in the comments. I have an issue with that. So on that note, see you tomorrow.